Hello, good morning. This is Sharon from Everything Beautiful. So today we'll be doing a pillow sham. So if you notice here, this is the pillow sham. This is a flange pillow. I did this already. So this is the pillow sham, the one with the frill around it. If you don't have the frill around it, you could probably call it just a pillowcase. So this is the one that we'll be doing. So the measurement that we'll be working with for the double bed pillowcase is 21 inches wide, okay, and that's across, so that is two pieces, so that will be doubled, and that's going to be 42 inches. So one piece is 21 inches wide, and the allowance is actually in it is actually 20 inches on the fold. That would be 40 inches if you're cutting one piece of pillowcase, and the length is going to be 26 inches from top to bottom. Now this is going to be an overlap pillowcase or pillow sham, so you want to cut another 10 inches. All right, you want to fold down the ½ inch and then another 1 inch and stitch it, and I've already done that. For the back piece of the pillowcase, all right, you're going to fold under maybe between 4 to 6 inches from the top there. So this is the back piece, and this other piece is going to be placed at the top there to match it, and the pillow is going to be under there. So you want to fold this off maybe about 6 inches, and you are going to also fold under ½ inch, then another inch, and you are going to be stitching that. All right, and we'll get to that again. The frill, I'm using sheer fabric, and this should be doubled, but I didn't want to double it. I wanted to do a decorative stitch, so I'm using it single. You want to measure the entire circumference of the fabric, so you want to add the total of the 4 sides. Whatever you get, you're going to double that. I got 94 inches, and I doubled that, and it's 188 inches, and I'm going to take it up to 200 inches, okay? And if you want to know how much 200 inches is in yardage, you're going to divide that by 36 inches, and if that's how you'll get the yardage, okay? You want to cut this 3 inches wide. So I'm going to be cutting 200 inches long, okay? And I could have divided that and got it in yardage by 3 inches wide. Now, sometimes you have to join the fabric, and to join the fabric, you rather use a French seam, especially on the serge fabric. How do you do it? You want to put the 2 right sides together, and you want to stitch. After you stitch, you trim the excess, then you turn it over and stitch again, and that is how you get a French seam. And this is what it's looking like, so you have no raw edge showing. Another thing is that I told my students to always cover the seam with a pleat, and I did that here. So on the front piece of the fabric, you could go to the machine. All right, first thing you want to do, you want to double the edge like this and flat stitch it. Now, flat stitching it is just using the straight stitch. I didn't want to do that. I wanted something more decorative. So what I did, I put my machine on the zigzag, and I did it using the zigzag stitch. And after that, and that's with a white thread, and after that, I used the pink thread to go over it. And this is the finish that I got, and this is the finish that I wanted. Now, after you do that, you can just place the strip of fabric, which is going to be the frill that's going to be all around, and you can just pleat, okay? So on the machine, you would stitch, okay, form your pleat, stitch again, form your pleat, and go right around. Now, I don't like when it's done that way, and that's not good for the beginner. If you think you can manage it that way, fine. What I did was actually form my pleats before, and I just did the same thing. I just go to the machine, form my pleat, stitch, form my pleat, stitch, form my pleat, stitch, and this is what I have here. So I will be putting this all around the fabric, and everything should be turned in. This is the front of the fabric. Everything should be turned in, all right, meaning on the inside like this. And I'll get to the machine, finish that, and let you see what it's looking like. So here I have stitched it all around, and the opening is here. Now I want to show you a little way how my teacher taught me years ago how I can finish this. So you don't want to have to deal with any raw edge, so you want to place it like this. Okay, so the raw edge is there. You want to take this other piece and you want to place it like this. So when you stitch along here, okay, so there it is, no raw edges, okay, it should come down. When you stitch it off, it should have that kind of a finish. Let me pin it And yeah, so this is what it's looking like. So I pinned there. So when I stitch that part, the raw edge would be on the inside there, and then you want to overlap the other piece, so the same thing happens. All right, so this is it. So I'll stitch around there, and that part will be inside, and so that is what it will be looking like. And of course, when you put the pillow onto the bed, this part will be down on the mattress. Okay, you can even overlap it deeper if you want to. So I will just place the other piece, and of course I'm going to be stitching here, holding on the 1/2 inch and then 1 inch and stitch it. So you want to ensure that everything stays inside. It can be a little bit problematic at times, but this is how you're going to do it. So I'm going to pin this off and let you see what it's looking like. So everything is now inside, as you can see. There it is. Everything is now inside. You want to pay attention to the corners, as they always give a problem. And another thing, you want to place the smaller piece down before you put the longer piece, that is the back, on top here. And I'm still going to be stitching there. So that is what you do. I'll have to stretch the fabric a little bit because this somehow it has pulled up. So you're probably going to experience something like that. But you also want to turn it to this side, and that stitching line, that is going to be the guide to stitching everything all around. So let's go complete it and see what it's looking like. So this is what it's looking like. Now remember, you can use any fabric to make this. You can use the decorative fabric to make this. You can also double the frill, so you can play around with it. You know, anything you want, you can make. And you know, this was just to give you an idea. You know, so that is what it's looking like, and you can trim the inside and finish it off, zigzag it off. You know, so you have a nice finish inside. And this is the back section. That's what it's looking like. And this is the finish area I was telling you about. So you see it has a nice finish, nice overlap right there. So happy sewing. I hope you'll be inspired to try this little pillow sham. Thank you for watching, and this is Sharon from Everything Beautiful.